Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. Man, I was just talking about this in the Joy Reid video that I just made recently. I was just talking about this. You know, I started the episode by saying Joy Reid came with the and just clicks that Lego wig on. She just clicks it on. She must have just typed into some kind of computer system in her house, you know. Donald Trump, please. Mega jump 2024. Like, put it right on top of her head. You know, sometimes you want to look like the people that you claim to hate the most. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a secret crush going on there, which is why she can't stop talking about him. You know, maybe she's really looking for a little rebuttal, a little conversation, a little back and forth with President Trump. You never know. You never know. And it might work. Listen, back in the day, he was dating all sorts of black women. He does not discriminate. Unlike we've been told, he does not discriminate. Now, I caught this because I thought it was just a very silly looking wig. Somebody else caught it as well. Let's get into it.
Joey, just wondering, do you think people with Trump derangement syndrome know they have it?
You're an idiot.
And second question, did you steal Trump's haircut or did he steal yours? Cultural appropriation haircut right there. She didn't like that too much. Joy Reid, everybody. Trump derangement syndrome, full swing. And then the team, Real America's Voice. Andrew Giuliani, we got Cassandra heading in. And my brother David Zier in the house. And you, God bless you. How you doing? Joy.
This guy is just a bundle of joy. And she called him an effing idiot. Did you hear that? Very, very surprising from Joy Reid. Kind of not surprising. I mean, the gentleman is white. And, you know, she seems to have some kind of issue with white people. I have not looked into her much until I was looking into, I saw a very disgusting clip of her talking about books in schools, and she was trying to defend some very graphic content. That was my first exposure to her, and I'm like, ugh, who is this lady? And then I saw her talking about Trump recently, and I was just like, this lady is just terrible all over. And it seems like I haven't even seen much from her. You could correct me if I'm wrong. She seems like she does not like white people all that much. I'm putting it out there. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know if that's true, but from my brief knowledge of her, she seems like she doesn't like white people all that much. And if you are on her opposite side, which is Republican or conservative, and you're black, she will throw racist remarks at you as well. Pretty much one of those types of people. You know, I've always said that the left is willing to throw away, discard, destroy anything in the name of inclusion, and inclusion usually means them having more control. She seems like one of those types. So I love that this gentleman asked that question. And you know what? It's a great question. Not just did she steal Trump's haircut or did he steal hers? She definitely stole his. Everybody knows that. We don't have to talk about that. But do people with TDS know that they have it? I wonder, man, because I don't know. I don't think De Niro knows he has it. I don't think Rosie knows that she has it. I don't think Joy knows that she has it. I think we have to concoct some kind of test. There has to be some kind of protocol for this kind of thing. I think the test should be, if you look at a picture of Hitler and you see Donald Trump, you have to go to the hospital immediately. I think that's what it is. I think once we start doing that, we'll be able to clarify who has it, who doesn't, and let's just get them the help that they need, you know? Imagine you do that with Joy. She's just like, oh, why are you showing me this picture of Donald Trump? Right away, you got to rush her off to the hospital. Let's go. Come on, you got to go. And like Clockwork Orange, you have to just make them watch fishing, in actual history, hunting trips, Duck Dynasty. You got to watch Duck Dynasty. You got to watch Archie Bunker. And you're just sitting there like, oh, this is problematic. This is stereotypical. This is misogyny. This is misogyny. If you're one of those blue-haired people, slowly the blue hair falls out, your normal hair comes back in, nose rings just drop out. You know, those big spacer things they have in their ears, it just closes up, turns back to a normal ear. You know, it's like a werewolf, but in reverse, you know? You just go back to normal, you know? And by the time you're done everything, they're like, "Are you okay? How do you feel?" You end it off with like you're just watching Joe Rogan. You're just watching Joe Rogan just talk about politics. You're like, "Oh, I want elk meat." Okay. Okay, he's normal again. Whew. Get him some elk meat. You're going to be all right, son. And then everybody has the regret. They get the flashbacks. Like, I voted for Joe Biden. I did. I know I did. I told someone Kamala Harris was intelligent. I've been a vegan for 4 years. My energy's so low. I've been eating soy for so long. Oh my God. Oh man. Yeah, again, it's a short one. There's nothing political to this one. I just saw that and I was like, oh, we got to get at her. We got to get at her a little bit. You know what's funny about her is it's really interesting that the black community will look at someone like Candace Owens. You know that movie Get Out? You know, with the black people and there's white people inside of them and that whole thing. A lot of people in the black community say that about Candace Owens. They say that about Kanye and Candace Owens, that they have some kind of a white person inside of them. But they'll look at Joy Reid and they'll be like, wow, that's an independent sister right there. Doing the Lord's work right there. And it's like, what? Are you, huh? Are you crazy? I never understand the praising of people like Joy Reid for what they do. You know, she was talking about, I believe, what is this gentleman's name? Oh, I don't have him. There he is. Byron Donalds. She was talking about him and she was saying, oh, he's getting pats on his head from Donald Trump. Oh, he's the guy that they just roll out. He thought he was going to be Speaker of the House. They would never do that with him because he's black. And she's saying all these wild things. It's like, you could say that about her. You could say MSNBC's using her. Who else do they got? Who else do they got that's a person of color that's willing to talk about Trump and just say lies and nonsense constantly? They don't have anybody else. You're the person that they roll out every week to say a bunch of things about Trump. They could have anybody do it. They could have Joe Scarborough do it on overtime, but they have you do it. You can say you're being used. You're the one with the blonde wig on. It's not like, look at this Byron guy. This Byron guy looks all right to me. You know, he's got normal hair. You know what I mean? It'd be different if he had like a blonde wig on and he had like a comb over and he was like, "Hi guys, my name's Byron." But that's her. That's Joy. She has the blonde wig on. And she's like, "Let me tell you guys about Donald Trump." She sounds just as white as I do. Huh? I don't know. At least Byron sounds black. I know I sound like a white person. I own it. It's fine. My mom taught me to talk properly. She was big on it. She's very serious about it. You know? Too bad. Oh, man. These are just jokes, guys. These are just jokes. But yeah, Joy Reid, man. Coming out, blazing, calling this dude an effing idiot for no reason other than him just calling out her hairstyle. I mean, you walk around looking like Donald Trump, someone's going to call it out eventually. You can't just be walking around like the black Donald Trump and think that no one's going to call it out. Are you kidding me right now? Of course people are going to call that out. It's okay. And listen, the man has a fine head of hair. I understand why you want to copy that hairstyle. I get it. She looks so mad right at that point. I love it. I love it. That's what she needed. She needed that call out. Because she just keeps on saying things. I've been looking into this lady. She has such wild talking points. Why constantly calling people racist. And again, you'll hear me talk about this a lot on this channel, but if you really read Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky, you'll understand exactly what you're seeing on the news, on the mainstream. You'll understand what the Democrats are doing. You'll understand the doctrine of the left. It'll make so much more sense to you. And that's a thing that Saul Alinsky teaches, to project onto people what you are actually guilty of. And that is Joy Reid to a T. She's constantly projecting what she's actually guilty of, constantly calling out random white politicians for being racist, Trump for being racist, for being a Nazi. But yet, every single time she speaks, she's always causing division. She's always causing a division between black and white, and demonizing white people and demonizing black people who identify with those white people politically. She's always doing it. And then she will look at you and say, you're the racist one. Obviously, it's such a mind-bending thing to watch. But again, Saul Alinsky, Rules for Radicals. I'm telling you guys, read that book. You read that book, boom. It'll open up a whole other section. Like, you think you understand what's going on right now. And you do, of course. But when you read that book, you'll be like, oh, it goes from this is how they act to this is very, very intentional. You start to see the intentionality behind it all. And it can kind of show you what they're setting up to do as well. Anyways, guys, I don't want to get too deep into Saul Alinsky right now. I just wanted to come in here and just make some jokes. But anyways, just subscribe, like the video, turn on the notifications, helps the channel tremendously. Other than that, I'm out.